here she is, my Opus console. I just got it done today. This shell, I had to change the shell. The old shell was junk. This shell ain't the best looking, but it was the best I had on hand. It's got blemishes, but it's not broken. It's in one piece. The manufacturer sticker and the power port sticker have been transferred over to the new shell from the old one, and I had to glue it down in a couple spots. And I actually have the Wi-Fi dongle on the back pressing it down so the glue will dry. I took the hard drive off that red-ringed 8955 console and I threw it on here. I updated it to the latest dash, and it works. This console sounds great. It's right now it's downloading a disc or an update for Halo 4. I got Halo 4 in here. But the inside of this thing is flawless. The motherboard was clean. It was like really dusty. It's clean as a whistle. It's got brand new MX4 Arctic thermal compound, and the disc tray works phenomenally. The laser works, and the tray is so clean. It opens when it's upright, and when the console has this type of drive, and it opens when it's upright, you know it's it's pretty clean, because normally these drives do not like to open. They like to just make that thump sound like they're handicapped. But yeah, this is I'm kind of in love with it, and it was so trippy seeing all the components on the board that are usually on a Falcon. The capacitors were different. The fan plug-in was a Falcon fan, and the most trippy thing is on on a Xenon, you only have like the AV port, right? And on Falcons and Zephyrs and all the HDMI models, the HDMI port is below the AV port. Now, obviously, on an Opus, the AV port is back to where it is on a Xenon, but instead of like that, it being there's a whole blank spot over the AV port. It's so weird. I don't know why it was made like that, but it was. And it also makes me wonder what would happen if you tried to install an HDMI port on a Opus motherboard. I'm not going to try it. I'm not that kind of advanced, but I'm kind of curious. But yes, this is an Opus. I took it apart. It's in fact an Opus. It wasn't just a piece that was chipped off. It is an Opus, and it's flawless. It really is, and it has not red ringed at all. So I'm not sure who thought it red rings. Now on Xenons, when you don't plug the AV cable in, all 4 lights will flash red. And Opuses do not do that, because on HDMI models, nothing happens. You don't plug in the AV cable or HDMI cable, nothing happens. No lights, nothing. And this does the same thing. It doesn't do anything. So it'll flash green lights whenever you plug in the AV cable. So it goes. It's an Opus. It's 100% an Opus, 110%. Now, when it was tested, that could not be the mistake they made, because obviously a lot of people make that mistake. They don't plug the AV cable in, and they think a Xenon's red ringed when it's not. So that was an issue. So my only guess is they're just like, whoever tested this was like really stupid and couldn't get to. They could have been using a bad power brick too, or didn't plug it in all the way. That's a possibility. That's the only possibility I could think of. But it's been here running. I booted it up 3 times since I bought it, and it's been fine. It's so. Anyways, I wanted to show off my sexy Opus. Gosh, it's so beautiful, and yeah, it's in a good home now, so that's cool.